Hello everybody, welcome to game 46 in the Washington Nationals season replay for 2019. This is game 3 of the Chicago Cubs series and the final game of the 6-game homestand. The Nationals will then travel to New York for a quick 4-game set before coming right back to Nationals Park to host the Marlins for 4, and then they hit the road again to play Atlanta and Cincinnati. So final game of the series against the Cubs. They've lost the first 2. They're trying to avoid a sweep. Pitching matchup does not favor the Nationals, as they're going to have Jeremy Hellickson against Kyle Hendricks. Brought back out the Nationals Park accoutrement to see if that would kind of change their luck a little bit. Try anything when you have a losing streak, I guess. And let's look at the standings heading into this game. Nationals are 26-19. Philadelphia is now 2 games back, 24-21. The Mets are 2.5 back, 23-21. Atlanta's 2.5 back at 24-22. And Miami is 10 games back, 15-18. Starting lineup for the Cubs: Schwarber's in left, Bryant's at third, Rizzo's at first, Baez is at third, Contreras catching, Descalso at second, Hayward in right, Almora in center, and Kyle Hendricks on the mound. And some changes for the Nationals as far as, I'll get to those in the bottom half. Defensively for the Nationals, Soto is in left, Robles is in center, Eaton in right, Rendon at third, Turner at short, Dozier at second, Parra at first, Suzuki catching, and Jeremy Hellickson on the mound. And if you look at the Hellickson's numbers through the season replay, he's 0-1 with a 5.94 ERA, 36 innings, 28 hits, 24 runs. They were all earned, 16 walks, and 24 strikeouts. And as I said earlier, we'll do the roster changes for the Nationals. There were a couple of them in the bottom half of the inning. All right, also got the game on the computer once again to try to give some statistical references for season replay, and it also saves me time so I don't have to go back and type it in the computer later, because it's like playing the game twice when you do that, and it makes the replay go very, very long. All right, so Jeremy Hellickson finishing up those warm-up tosses, and Kyle Schwarber is going to be your batter. Schwarber coming into the game is hitting 178, 5 homers, and 15 driven in. And the Nationals trying to go out on a good note. This, even though it's getaway day on a Sunday, the game was played at 7:07, so I believe it was one of those ESPN Sunday night games. 87 degrees even on a Sunday evening in May. 23,244 decided to attend it. All right, the actual game, the Cubs won this actual game 6-5 in real life. See if the Nationals can change that around. Hellickson to Schwarber. 4-6 for Hellickson is the ballpark card. Right away, going to Nationals Park. First at bat. 5-6 is a ground ball to short, and Turner makes the play, 1 down. A good start for Hellickson. And traditionally in this replay, Hellickson has started out very well in the first couple of innings, and then it seems like the second time through the order, that's when he runs into issues. Probably better suited for a relief role than a starting role, and he did have 1 relief appearance, but they started him 8 times. Probably should have used him in relief more often and starting less often, but just the way it went. All right, Kris Bryant's up next. He's hitting 270, 11 home runs, and 29 driven in. 5-5 on Hellickson's strikeout chance. 18 is too much. Go to Bryant. 5-1 is going to fly to center, and Robles is there to put that away. 2 down. So typical Hellickson, starting out early, starting out fine, but you always know that one implosion is coming. Anthony Rizzo is up next, hitting 335, 8 homers, and 27 driven in. 3-6 is a walk plus, and that's a 2-out walk to Rizzo. So can't get the 1-2-3 inning. Rizzo does have an attempt of 1. Hellickson's a +1 for an attempt of 2, but nothing's happening. So Rizzo will stay put, and Javier Baez, or Javi Baez, will lead things for the Cubs to try to get some runs. Baez hitting .277, 11 home runs and 34 driven in. 2-1, that's a strikeout chance, and he got him. So Hellickson, again, doing well in the first inning, but that's nothing new. It's the other innings that he runs into problems. For the Cubs, no runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left. We go to the bottom of the first here at Nats Park. Cubs nothing, and the Nationals coming to bat. And look at some of the changes on the roster. Anibal Sanchez was placed on the injured list, which means Erick Fedde moves from the bullpen to the rotation. Justin Miller was sent down, and Kyle McGowan and Tanner Rainey were called up. And of course, the next game on the national schedule is the first game in New York. It'll be Corbin against Wilmer Font. Nationals lineup: Turner, Eaton, Rendon, Soto, Suzuki, Parra, Dozier. Hellickson bats 8th and Robles 9th. So Dave Martinez trying to shake it up by hitting the pitcher 8th. Does that a lot when Hellickson pitches for whatever reason. Defensively for the Cubs, Schwarber, Almora, Hayward in the outfield, Bryant, Baez, Descalso, and Rizzo around the infield. Contreras catching the offerings of Kyle Hendricks. Kyle Hendricks on the replay. And these are pretty much all strat-based. 3-3 with a 4.08 ERA, 53 innings pitched, 52 hits, 26 runs, 24 of them earned, 13 walks, and 42 strikeouts. Now, on the 2019 season, he was 11-10 with a 3.46 ERA, so he's struggling just a tad compared to his actual numbers. But we'll see if that improves as the season goes along. All right, Trey Turner to lead things off for the Nationals. Turner enters the game .292, no homers and 4 runs driven in. I believe this is his third game back from injury, and he hasn't gotten a hit yet. He's 0 in the series, so he could really use something to get the Nationals started. 5-6 on Kendrick is a strikeout chance. 15 is too much. Go to Turner. 5-5, flies to right field, and Hayward puts it away, 1 down. So Turner continues to struggle since coming back. Here's Adam Eaton hitting .278, 6 homers, 28 driven in. 4-6 is a walk chance, but 18's too high. Go to Eaton. 1-2, that's a pop to first. And there's 2 away. So 2 down for Anthony Rendon. Rendon hitting .306, 8 homers, 21 driven in. Hendricks 5-4. He is not tired, so there won't be a hit there. Rendon has to earn it, and he does not. He flies to left, and Schwarber puts it away. 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Hendricks. And the Nationals go in order. And after 1 complete from Nationals Park, we have no score. And Hellickson will come back out. And he will be facing Wilson Contreras, the catcher, to lead it off, followed by Descalso and Hayward. Contreras hitting .303, 12 homers, 35 driven in. 3-5, and that is a potential error on a throw. 2-4, and that is a star 4. Star 4 is a ground ball to short. Error rate on Turner is a 7. That's a 20, so no error. As Turner throws it over there, and it's dug out by Gerardo Parra to prevent the error. And there's 1 away, taking us to second baseman Daniel Descalso. Descalso in limited duty hitting .189, no homers or runs driven in. Hellickson 6-6, strikeout chance, 16 is too high. So Descalso will swing. 2-5, he's going to ground it to third, and Rendon is right there. 2 down. And that'll bring up right fielder Jason Hayward. He's hitting .257, 4 homers and 21 driven in. Hellickson 6-3 is a it's a strikeout chance. 14 is too high. Go to Hayward. 4-5, and he flies to center. Robles puts it away. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Hellickson. And again, he's off to his good start early, but usually it's either the 4th or the 5th inning where he implodes. So we'll see if that does indeed continue. We go to the bottom of the 2nd here at Nats Park. And due up for the Nationals will be Soto, followed by Suzuki and Parra to face Kyle Hendricks. So Soto will step in. He's hitting .281, 10 homers, and 30 driven in. 3-3 on Hendricks is ball 1. 5-6 strikeout chance, 18 is way too high for that. Go to Soto. 5-6 again. He's going to pop it up to Rizzo at first base. 1 down. And Soto is retired. Here's Kurt Suzuki hitting .316, 4 homers, 15 driven in. 3-2 is a strikeout chance. 15 is too high for that. Go to Suzuki. 6-2 is going to ground it to third. Chris Bryant throws over to Rizzo for out number 2. Brings up Gerardo Parra hitting .238, 1 homer and 2 driven in. Those are the numbers since he was traded from San Francisco. It's not his whole season, just the numbers for the Nationals. 3-5 for Hendricks is a strikeout chance, 10 too high for that. Go to Parra. 2-1, he's going to ground it to first. Rizzo takes it to the bag himself. And another 1-2-3 inning for Hendricks. We go to the 3rd. No score from Nats Park. And so far, both pitchers are on their game, but Hendricks, you figure, might stay on his game, but Hellickson, you're just waiting for that implosion, and you know it's coming. You just have to wait for it. Here's Albert Almora, or Almora Jr., I guess technically. .223, 4 homers, 14 driven in. 2-5, that's ball 1 on Hellickson. Try again. 5-1, strikeout chance, got him. So through the first 8 batters, he's doing very well. We'll see if that continues. We'll now face the pitcher, Kyle Hendricks, who's not a very good hitter, at 148. 5-4, and that's a blank against a right-hander. Go to Hendricks. 1-6, he's going to ground it to short. Turner is there, 2 down. So the first time through the order, Hellickson is done very well. Here's Schwarber. See if the second time gets him. 6-5, strikeout chance, 9, got him. So through the first 3 innings, he's golden. Just the question is, how long will it last? You know the implosion is coming. So now we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still no score. And that's going to take us to Dozier, followed by the pitcher Hellickson, and then Robles. Now Hellickson does not have his own batting card because he did not have enough at bats, so they will be using the generic pitcher hitting card. The first is Dozier. He's hitting .250, 5 homers, 14 driven in. 2-2, strikeout chance, 14 is too high. Go to Dozier. 3-4, fly to left. And Schwarber puts it away. 1 away. For the pitcher, Jeremy Hellickson, and he's going to use the generic card, which has a 104 average. 2-4, strikeout chance, and he got him. 2 down. And it takes number 9 hitter Victor Robles, hitting .194, 3 homers and 9 driven in. 3-1, and that's a blank to a right-hander. Go to Robles. 5-3, he's going to ground to short, and his struggles continue as Baez puts it away. Another 1-2-3 inning for Hendricks. We go to the 4th. No score here at Nats Park. And for the Cubs, it'll be Bryant, Rizzo, and Baez. Heart of the order. And this is where Hellickson has to really bear down. Bryant flew to center his first chance. 2-6, that's a hit by pitch. He's a 17, -4 is a 13, so that takes away the hit by pitch. Bryant will swing. 4-2. He's going to single to center field. That's the first hit of the game for either team. It's a leadoff single for Kris Bryant. So one aboard, nobody out. Bryant has no attempt. Hellickson has no balks or pickoffs, so no strategy roll is needed. Here's Rizzo. 4-2. That's a home run, straight up home run chance to a left-handed batter. That's a 13, but that's a 12. Rizzo just misses a home run. Just went by the foul pole, but Rizzo will get the swing. 5-3, and he's going to double to right field. Here comes the implosion I was talking about. Double to right, and now the question is, will the runner score? Bryant runs at a 5. To score from right field on a double, you lose one, makes it a 4. Eaton is a -2, makes it a 2. So 1-2, he will score. He does not. He's got to hold at second base, or third base rather. So the double by Rizzo puts runners at second and third with nobody out. And now this is where the trouble starts. And if you're Martinez, you might want to get the bullpen going very quickly here, because could be issues. All right, so in fact, Joe Ross is loosening down there in the bullpen. So Rizzo doubles, puts runners at second and third with nobody out for Javi Baez. Infield will play back. They will give up the run if they can get the out, because right now outs are at a premium. Hellickson 1-4. That's a straight up home run chance. Baez is a 13. That's a 1. It is gone. A 3-run home run for Javi Baez, and there was the implosion I was talking about. And boy, it came hot and heavy here in the 4th inning. 3-run homer for Javi Baez. Home run 12, RBIs 35, 36, and 37. All of a sudden, it's a 3-0 game. And Hellickson's probably going to need some relief very shortly. Ross loosening as fast as he can. Here's Contreras. 1-2 is a walk plus, and that will be a base on ball to Contreras. That'll send up Descalso. Actually got some lefties coming up, but I think you're not going to use a lefty specialist in the 4th inning, I wouldn't think. They could. I guess they could go to Jennings, but no, they're going to stick with Hellickson for one more batter at least. Contreras, I don't think he has a jump rating. Oh, he's got an attempt of 1. I take it back. So attempt of 2 total. And that's a 1, so Contreras can get a chance to steal. Almost overlooked that. He did have the attempt of 1, plus the 1 is a 1. We rolled a 1. His chance of stealing, though, is a 7, plus 1's an 8, plus 2 for Suzuki is a 10. It's a 1-10 if they want to try it. He only had 1 stolen base all year long. But you know what? Joe Madden says, if you're going to steal, now's the time to do it because things are going our way. So 1-10, he will steal it. And he's caught stealing. So they were playing with house money, they figured, so why not take the chance? But he is caught stealing. As Trey Turner puts the tag on. 1 down. And that'll bring up Descalso. Hellickson 1-6 is a walk chance. 9 will be a base on ball. So yet another walk. And I don't think Descalso's going anywhere. He's got an attempt of 1, but I seriously doubt he's going to try it. Doesn't get the jump anyway. Here's Jason Hayward, and this is probably going to be Hellickson's last batter. 4-6, that's the ballpark card going to Nationals Park. 3-5, that is a star 6, which is a fly to right for out number 2. Now, Almora is up. They may go ahead and let him pitch to Almora. Try to get him through 4 innings if possible. No strategy roll to worry about because we're not going to steal with Descalso. 6-4, that's a double question mark. Right-handed hitter, 1-7 is a single. That's a 7. It's a base hit. S1. And to get from first to third on an S1, you have to have a 4 base running rating. And as it turns out, Descalso has a 3, but there are 2 outs, gives him a 4. So he will go to third. So now runners are at the corners with 2 down, and the pitcher spot due up, Kyle Hendricks, and this will be the last batter for Hellickson. They're going to hope he can get the pitcher out. If he doesn't get the pitcher out, he's definitely gone. He's not going to face Schwarber, that's for sure. Hellickson 5-4, and against a right-hander, that is a blank. So we go to Hendricks' card. 6-6, star 3 is a ground ball to second to end the inning. But the Cubs pick up 3 runs, and they do it on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 left. That's closing the book on Hellickson. He goes 4 innings. He's going to give up 4 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. He walked 3, and he struck out 3. So a rough outing there. Joe Ross will be the new pitcher for the Nationals in the top of the 5th. So 3-0 Cubs as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Hendricks now given that lead to work with. Hellickson will be gone. Hendricks will face Trey Turner to start off the bottom of the 4th. Turner flew to right his first chance. 4-4 for Hendricks is a blank. Go to Turner, 2-4. Star 1 is a fly to left, and Turner still struggling to find that hit. They're just in a total funk right now, or the Nationals. Here's Eaton. Eaton popped to first his first time up. 2-2, strikeout chance, and he got him. That's 2 down. And that brings up Rendon, who flew to left his first chance. 5-1 is a blank, not going to be a walk, just a blank. Rendon, 1-1, question mark 8 to a right-hander goes to 15. That's a 1. It'll be a base hit for Rendon. First hit of the game for the Nationals. Breaks up the no-hitter here in the 4th with 2 down. Here's Juan Soto. Rendon has an attempt of 1, but Hendricks is a -3, and you're down 3-0, so not sure you want to run here. I think they're going to go, but they will do a strategy roll for a pickoff. How about that? Nothing happening. Here's Soto. Hendricks, 5-2. That's a home run question mark to a left-hander, though it's only a 1, so Soto will not get a chance to hit a home run, but he will swing. 5-5, and he flies to right. Hayward puts it away to end the inning. The Nationals, no runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. Completed 4 at Nats Park. It's 3-0. Favor of the Cubbies, and now Joe Ross will be called upon to try to provide a few innings of relief for the Nationals. Ross had been a vulture, scarfing up a lot of wins in his relief outings. Let's see, would they do a double switch here? Now, you know what they're going to do? They're not going to bring in Joe Ross. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to correct that because Ross is scheduled to bat 4th next inning. So they're actually going to bring in a left-hander. They're going to bring in Jennings, the lefty. So we're not going to have Ross. We're going to have Jennings. And after this game, Jennings gets released. So this is the last chance for Dan Jennings to pitch for the Nationals. And they might as well go ahead and use him, because they got 2 lefties coming up. So Jennings will be in the ball game now, not Ross. Ross may come in later. Right now it's Jennings. And on the replay, Jennings is 0-0 with a 5.40 ERA. Only pitching 2 innings, giving up 6 hits, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So Jennings is on. He pitched 8 games, total of 4 2/3. So he's still going to pitch less than he did in real life, but they at least want to get him maybe 1 more inning of work if possible. So Jennings is on, facing the top of the order, Schwarber. Bryant and Rizzo, a couple of lefties out of that. Schwarber struck out his last time up. He's 0 for 2. First chance against Jennings. Lefty on lefty. 2-6. That's a straight up single. Boy, Jennings has a lot of S1s on his card. So a straight up single for Schwarber. That's why I don't use him very much, because he gives up all those hits. I'm not going to steal with Schwarber. He's only at 8, so we're not going to steal with him. So no strategy roll. Here's Bryant. 6-6. That's a strikeout plus. Against a lefty, he's a 10, but the plus gives him a 20, and that matches, so it will be a strikeout. Oops, it's out number 1. Strikeout for Jennings. That'll bring up Rizzo. Rizzo doubled and scored his last time up. Jennings 2-3 is a range play. We go to Rizzo for the range check. 1-4 is a question mark 9. Against a left-hander, it goes to 11. That's a 16, so it will be a fly out to right field, but it's a range play. So the right fielder Eaton is a 3. And he does make the catch. So nice running catch there by Eaton. Save potential extra bases. And there's 2 away. That's one where Rizzo against a righty would have gotten a hit. But against a lefty, he did not. Now here's Baez. And you wonder if they can survive pitching to Baez. With 2 outs, they're going to go ahead and let Jennings continue. This is batter number 4, and that's all he can face. So he gets a chance to get Baez, and that's going to be his last chance, most likely. Jennings, 3-1 is the ballpark card. We're going to Nationals Park. Baez, 1-3. That's a rare play. It's a blank. So we're going to the rare play chart in Replay Baseball. The rare play book. And it's done by out and base running situation. So in our case, there are 2 outs with a runner at first. And we roll 2 dice and add them up. That's 7. So run on first. And we got a 7. And we go to the 2 out section. We got 1 for each of the out situations. This is a 2 out situation. Grounded to third base. Third baseman fields the ball and throws to second for an inning-ending force play, but his throw is off target. Roll 1 die against the second baseman's defensive rating, where in our case it's his range rating. The die is higher, runner is out at second. In other words, I'm sorry, if it's lower, if it's less than or equal to, because I'm trying to take the replay ratings and you got to flip-flop them for inside pitch because they're a little bit different. So basically, it's a range check on Dozier. Dozier's range is a 2. So if we roll a 1 or 2, Dozier will field the wild throw and hold the bag, and the inning will be over. If we roll a 3 or higher, the ball will get away from him and will charge Rendon with an error. Well, it'll pull him off the bag. It won't get away from just a 1-base error. But it's a 1 or 2, he holds the bag. 3 or higher, it's an error on Rendon. And it's an error on Rendon, so we're going to call it E5. So Baez reaches on a fielder's choice. Schwarber goes to second on the E5. And now 2 on with 2 down. That was not really the fault of Jennings. So you wonder if they can stand to keep him in there one more time. I think you don't want to get the game. You don't want the game to get away from you, so they are going to go ahead and pull him. And even if you have to pitch somebody just for a third of an inning, I think they will do it. So we're going to go to the bullpen. Call to the bullpen, and it will be Kyle Barraclough. So Kyle Barraclough is going to come on to try to get this last out. And keep the score where it is. So Kyle Barraclough. My writing is terrible. All right, so Barraclough is on. Let's see. Runners are at first and second, 2 down. Barraclough will be facing Contreras to try to keep the score 3-0 if possible. Totals on Barraclough for the season. He's 0-1 with a 9.22 ERA, so he's definitely been struggling. See what he can do here. 6-3 is a range play on Contreras' card. Go to Contreras, 5-4. That's a single past third base, but it's a range check, so Rendon with a range of 4 can take the hit away. But he cannot. It gets by him. So it's an S5. Keep the original single pass third result. So it's an S5. And let's see if the runner can score or not. On an S5 to score from second base, you need a 5. And Schwarber, the lead runner, is only a 1. So even with 2 outs, it makes him a 2. So the bases are now loaded. The bases are now loaded on that infield single by Contreras. Bases are loaded. And that brings up Descalso. With the bases loaded and 2 down, Barraclough trying to get out of this. Strategy roll for a balk. There is none. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's Descalso. Barraclough, 3-3. Strikeout chance, 8 got him to end the inning. Boy, that was huge to get out of that. So Jennings goes 2/3 of an inning, and he's going to give up a hit, but no runs. He did get a strikeout and no walks. And for the Cubbies, no runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and they left them loaded. So we go to the bottom of the 5th, still 3-0 Cubs. And now Kyle Hendricks is back out. Now Barraclough faced 2 batters. He can face 4, so it's not really that much of a stretch to let him pitch that 1/3 of an inning because he's not a long relief pitcher. Joe Ross is loosening to pitch in the 6th, and to be ready for that because the pitcher spot is due up 4th this inning. All right, so here is Juan Soto to lead off. He grounded to, I'm sorry, it should be Suzuki, not Soto. Soto made the final out last inning. It's actually Suzuki to lead off. Suzuki, Parra, and Dozier. And if anybody gets on, a pinch hitter for Barraclough. Hendricks, 3-1 against a righty. That's blank. So go to Suzuki. 2-1. He's going to double to left field. So Suzuki, a leadoff double, trying to get something started for the Nats. He's aboard. Hendricks will roll for a pickoff chance. Nothing happening. We're not having Parra bunt. So here is Hendricks to Parra. 5-2. That's a home run question mark, but again, it's only a 1 for a lefty. So Hendricks, very good at not giving up homers to lefties, but Parra will get the swing. 6-4, star 4, and that's a ground ball to third. That's going to freeze the runner right there. Suzuki has no chance to get to third, as he has to stay at the base. Because it says runner on second. Oh, we're going to roll 1 die. If he gets a 6, he does advance. My bad. So if he gets a 6, he'll advance. He does not, so he has to hold. Okay. Only way you can advance is if you roll the 6. So I forgot to roll the 6, but I just did it there. So there you go, 1 away for Brian Dozier. Again, strategy roll for the pickoff. And nothing happening. Hendricks to Dozier, 3-3. Ball, that's a potential wild pitch. 16, though, is way too high for that. So just ball 1. 3-4 is an error on a grounder, possibly. Go to Dozier. 4-2. Fly to left, no error there whatsoever. 2 down. And now we need the pinch hitter for Barraclough. So we look at the bench and see what they have available. They're all right-handed hitters. They're going to go with, boy, who do you want to go with here? They're going to go with Michael Taylor. They want to save Kendrick when they have better chances to score some more runs, maybe in the late innings. So they're going to go with, no, you know what? No, they're going to go with Kendrick. They're going to go with Kendrick because they do have a runner in scoring position, and they want to see if they can get him across the plate. They want to break that 0 in the worst way. So what we're going to have here is pinch hitting Howie Kendrick with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. And then Ross will be coming in to pitch in the 6th inning. For Kendrick, on the replay, he is hitting .289, 7 home runs, 25 driven in. Roll for a pickoff. Nothing happening. Hendricks to Kendrick. 6-1, strikeout chance, and he got him. So Kendrick really had no chance there. Got to write it in right here, Kendrick. With that 1 on the D20, he really had no chance. So that's going to end the inning. And the Nationals will be bringing in Joe Ross to pitch. So for the Nationals, they get the leadoff double, but nothing else. No runs to hit, no errors, and 1 man left. We go to the 6th. 3-0 Cubs. And for Bear Claw, he pitches a third of an inning, gives up a hit, and gets a strikeout, gives up no runs. And now Joe Ross will be coming on to face Hayward, Almora, and Hendricks. So Joe Ross on the replay. Joe Ross is 6-1 with a 4.19 ERA and a save. So he's had a very good replay. He'll be facing Jason Hayward. Hayward 0 for 2. 3-6. Strikeout chance, 5. He got him. So Ross comes in and strikes out Hayward. It's going to bring up Almora. He's 1 for 2. 3-1. Strikeout chance, 13's too high. Go to Almora. 4-1. He's going to fly to center. Put away out there by Robles. 2 quick outs for the pitcher, Kyle Hendricks. Ross, 3-2. That is a blank to a right-hander. Go to Hendricks, 2-3. Just missed a double, but he does get a single. How about that? Hendricks with a base hit. He's aboard. It'll be a pickoff chance for Joe Ross, but nothing's happening. Schwarber will swing. Ross, 5-1's a walk plus, so Schwarber will actually draw the base on balls. And all of a sudden, they're 2 on and 2 outs. After the first 2 are out, now there's 2 on to cause a threat. And the dangerous Chris Bryant is at the plate. Ross strategy roll for a pickoff, nothing happening. Ross, 6-6 is a potential wild pitch. That's a 19 though, so it's just going to be ball 1. Try again, 6-1, and that's a straight out single. And that'll produce a run right there as the pitcher Hendricks will score to make it 4-0 Cubs. Now, Chris Bryant, to get to third, needs a base run rating of 4 or better. Not Bryant, Schwarber, I mean. He's only a 1, so he will have to hold at second base. But it's an RBI single. And it's 4-0. How about that? That's where giving up the hit to the pitcher with 2 outs really was a no-no there, but that's what happened. And now here's Anthony Rizzo. It's 4-0 Cubs now with 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Strategy roll for pickoff, nothing happening. Ross to Rizzo. 4-5, and that's a range play at Nationals Park. Rizzo 1-6. That's a home run to the pull side. That's a 6. It's gone. You don't have to worry about a range play. That is a 3-run homer for Anthony Rizzo, and the Cubs have just blown this thing wide open. And the Nats bullpen, along with Hellickson, the starter, all imploding. Second 3-run homer of the game. Baez had a 3-run homer in the 4th. Rizzo has a 3-run homer here in the top of the 6th. It's now 7-0 Cubs. And this one has turned into the proverbial laugher. And Dave Martinez just doesn't know what to do because his bullpen is so bad. Usually Ross is better than this, but he's just having an off day. He can face 6 batters. He's faced 6, so he's now tired. But there are 2 outs. They want to get him through the inning if possible. 4-2 is a possible hit by pitch, but not going to happen, so Baez will swing. 3-1, and against a right-hander, that's a double to left field, so Javi Baez cracks a double. And you wonder how long they can keep going with Ross. The bullpen is loosening, but that's not music to anybody's ears, I don't think. Matt Grace is loosening. He would come in and face Descalso and Hayward if they can't get Contreras. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Ross, 2-1. Strikeout chance, 18 is too much. Contreras gets the swing. 4-3, and that's a single past shortstop. Should score Baez because Baez can run. Baez is a 5 with 2 outs, makes him a 6. So that's an automatic right there. That's an automatic to score there when you're a 6. So the single scores the run, and that's going to do it for Joe Ross. He can't even get through the inning. And they're going to go to Matt Grace out of the bullpen. Again, that's not exactly a vote of confidence when you go to Matt Grace. But what else are you going to do? Don't have a whole lot of choices. Ross goes 2/3 of an inning. We'll close the book on him at the end of the inning. Right now, Descalso is on, and he will be facing Matt Grace. So Matt Grace is on in this mop-up duty. And let's see, pickoff chance is a 1-4. Nothing happening. Grace to Descalso, 5-5. Against a righty, it's a walk plus. Against the lefty, Descalso, it's a blank. Go to Descalso, 6-2. He's going to ground to first, and the inning's finally over. They send 9 to the plate. 5 of them score. It's now 8-0 Cubs. 8-0 Cubs. For the Cubs in this inning, 5 runs. They were all earned on 5 hits. No errors and 1 left. Now let's close the book on Ross and get his numbers, as ugly as they were. Ross goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 5 hits and 5 runs. Boy, that'll take a ding to your ERA, won't it? Walk and a strikeout. So it's 8-0. Oops, it's 8-0 Cubs, and apparently the accoutrements here did not help the Nationals. In fact, I'm going to get rid of that because it just didn't pay off, did it? Just trying to change the luck with a little bit of a accoutrement thing there, and it just did not work out. All right. Actually, bring this down here. All right, so Victor Robles is going to lead it off. It's 8-0 Cubs as we go to the bottom of the 6th. And they can just go with Kyle Hendricks as long as they want because he's got such a huge lead. He can face 23 batters. Right now he's faced 17. This is batter 18, Victor Robles. 1-1, and this is a range play at Nationals Park. 6-3 is a star 1, which is a fly to the left. The range of Schwarber is a 4. And he's got it, no problem, 1 away. So Robles is gone. Back to the top of the order for Trey Turner. 6-6, blank. We go to Turner's card. 3-6, he's going to ground to second. Baez is there, 2 down. And the sweep looks like it's pretty much a done deal at this point. And here's Adam Eaton. 1-3 is a range play. We go to Eaton's card. 3-5, and that's a question mark 8 against a right-hander. 1-11 is a hit. That's a 5, which would be a double, but it's a range play for a double. Range play, the center fielder Almora is a 2. 1-2, he takes the double away. He does not, so it stays a double for Adam Eaton, a 2-out double. 2-out double for Eaton. Roll for a pickoff chance, and nothing's happening. Here's Rendon. Hendricks, 3-5. That's a strikeout chance, and he got him. So the inning is over for the Nationals. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the 7th. 8-0 Cubs in a blowout as they come into Nationals Park and are going to sweep the Nationals right out of their own stadium. Jason Hayward will lead things off, to be followed by Almora and Hendricks. Grace to Hayward, 3-2 strikeout chance, and he got him. So Hayward is out on strikes. Bringing up Albert Almora Jr. 4-2 is a strikeout chance, 9 too high. Almora gets the swing. 1-3, and he grounds to short. Turner is there, 2 down. So at least maybe Grace is giving the team some grace and allowing them to get through some innings without giving up all these runs. Here's Hendricks. 4-6. And against a right-hander, that's a straight-up home run chance, but he's got a 0, so no home run chance there. Let's go to Hendricks' card. 5-2. He's still going to single to left, so Hendricks 2 for 4. Only a 148 hitter, but he's hitting 500 in this game. That'll bring up Schwarber. Now, Grace is tired because he can face 4 batters. He has faced 4 batters. This is batter 5. Roll for a pickoff, but nothing's happening. Grace to Schwarber. 1-5. That's a hit by pitch, but that's too much. So Schwarber will get the swing. 6-1, star 2. That's a grounder to short, and that's going to end the inning. And that'll do it for Grace as well. So Grace goes an inning and a third, gives up a hit, but nothing else. Did get a strikeout. So 7th inning stretch we go. It is 8-0 favor of the Cubs. Hendricks now has faced 21 batters. He can face 23, so they'd like to get him through 7 innings if possible, and I think that's a likely scenario. Leading off will be Juan Soto. He's 0 for 2. 6-6 is blank. We go to Soto. 2-2, ground ball to short. Baez around the spot, 1 down. And the Nationals need to regroup before they hop on the bus to New York. That is for sure. Or the plane, whichever they take. Here's Suzuki. 6-5, strikeout chance too high. Suzuki gets the swing. 5-5, that's a ground ball to third, and Bryant is there, 2 down. So 2 down, that brings up Parra. Now Hendricks is tired, as this is batter 24, so he is tired. So he can get through the inning. 4-2, strikeout chance, 15 too high. Parra gets the swing. 6-5, pops to first. Rizzo's got it, inning's over. So Hendricks is going to go 7 shutout innings. How about that? And give up only 3 hits in doing it. So 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs. And of course, he will improve to 4-3 on the replay on the season. Let's check walks. He didn't walk anybody. And he struck out 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 4 strikeouts. So dominant outing there for Hendricks. Plus he got a lot of run support for his trouble. That made it a lot easier. We go to the 8th. Still 8-0 favor of the Cubs. And we need a new pitcher for the Nationals, as Grace is done. So they're going to go to probably McGowan, I imagine. Let's see. They could go to Rainey. They could go to McGowan. Which way they want to go with this? I think they're going to go with McGowan. Kyle McGowan is on. He can face 9 batters before he's tired, assuming he can survive his own card, which is pretty bad. It'll be Bryant, Rizzo, and Baez, heart of the order, so not exactly the best part of the lineup for him to have to face. But it's trial by fire. Might as well don't dip your toe in, just dive in head first. And he's going to get to deal with them. This is his 2nd appearance. He did pitch in the previous game. He pitched the 3rd inning, struck out the only batter he faced to start the season. So, of Question is now, can he keep that up here in his second appearance? Chris Bryant, the batter. McGowan, 3-5, and that's a possible error. 5-5 is a fly to left. The error on Soto is only a 1, though, so Soto will make the catch. And there's one away. That brings up Rizzo. McGowan, 5-1's a strikeout chance. 11's too much. Rizzo, 6-5. Star 6 is a fly to center. Robles puts it away. 2 down. So 2 down, and that will send us to Javi Baez, who's had a big day, a 3-run homer as well as a double. Facing McGowan. 4-5, and that is a walk chance, and he will draw the base on balls. 2-out walk going to Baez. There is no strategy roll to worry about with an 8-0 game, not messing with the strategy roll. Here's Contreras. That's a leaner. We're going to re-roll that. Well, I think it was the same roll. I think it was a 5, leaning as a 5 last time. So anyway, 5-2 is a strikeout chance. 11's too much, though. It's only a 10. So Contreras swings 1-1 against a right-hander. It's a grounder to short to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. Go to the bottom of the 8th, and we will need a new pitcher for the Cubs, as Hendricks will be lifted. And we've got to write McGowan down here. McGowan's going to try to finish out the game if possible. He's only faced 4 batters. He can face 9. And the score being 8-0, you're not worried about how he's doing. Plus, he pitched a shutout inning, so why not? All right, so new pitcher coming up for the Cubbies. And it will be, let's see, they might do a double switch so they can get somebody to go multiple innings. They're going to have Montgomery come on. He's a multiple inning pitcher, and he's the only one that has not pitched in the series so far. So Mike Montgomery, who would later be traded to Kansas City, but he will be the new pitcher. Let's see how they want to do a double switch here. Contreras made the last out, so they're going to bring in Caratini. Caratini's going to come on and bat 9th and take over as the catcher here in the 8th inning. Caratini will come on, and then up here Montgomery will bat in the spot formerly held by Contreras. So Caratini will come into the game, and Wilson Contreras will leave the game. Caratini will bat in the number 9 position. So let's make the changes on the computer so I got everything in place. We have Caratini batting 9th and catching, and then we have Montgomery coming into the game to pitch. And he will hit in the 5th position. All right, on the replay, Montgomery is 0-0 with an 8.64 ERA. 8 innings pitched, 12 hits, 4 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Dozier will be the leadoff man that Montgomery will face. Be Dozier, a pinch hitter for McGowan, so I guess he won't go multiple innings because he's going to get pinch hit for. So it'll probably be Michael Taylor. Michael Taylor will pinch hit. So it'll be Dozier, Taylor, and Robles due up against Montgomery. 3-6, not tired, so there's no single there. Here's Dozier. 1-4, and against a lefty, that's a double to right field. So Dozier with the leadoff double. And that'll bring up the pinch hitter, Michael Taylor, hitting for McGowan. So Michael Taylor is on to pinch hit. And on the replay, Michael Taylor checks in, hitting 148, no homers and a run driven in. No strategy rolls, so I'm not even going to worry about pickoffs or anything. I'm just going to roll it out. 4-2, possible error on a throw. Taylor 6-2. He's going to single to left field. They are in runner safe, but let's see if he would score automatically or not. Dozier's a 5. I think I would probably score him automatically. A single to left adds 1, gives him a 6. Schwarber's a 0, so he scores automatically because he would be rated a 6. So even though they were runner safe, he would score anyway when there's no throw on the play. So an RBI single for Michael Taylor, and the Nationals get on the board. 8-1 now. At least they break up the shutout. Here's Robles. Montgomery 4-3 range play. Go to Robles. 1-2. 1-2 is a single to center, but it is a range play, so Almora has a 1 or 2 to stop this. And he does make the play. How about that? Almora comes in, races in, and makes the catch for out number 1 to kind of thwart any thought the Nationals have of having a big inning. Here's Trey Turner. Montgomery to Turner. 3-1 blank against a right-hander. Go to Turner. 4-3. And he's going to single. So how about that, Turner? They're starting to hit Montgomery pretty good. Turner with the base hit. Single to third. Robles, you have to have a 5 to get from, or I'm sorry, you have to have a 6 to get from first to third, and Robles doesn't have that. So he will stop at second base. I'm sorry, Taylor, not Robles. Taylor. He will stop at second base. So runners are at first and second with 1 out for Adam Eaton. And now you wonder if Montgomery can make it through the inning. Pitch to Eaton, 3-5. And against the lefty, that's a straight out S1 single. So that's a base hit. That will score Taylor to make it 8-2, or cut the lead to 8-2 rather. And let's see, Turner on an S1 to get from first to third, you have to have a 4. He's only a 3, so he will stop at second base. Had there been 2 outs, he could have made it, but not to be. But it does cut the lead to 8-2, and now the Chicago bullpen has to stir down there. As looks like Carl Edwards Jr. is loosening. Here's Rendon. Montgomery 1-5. Walk plus, and I've got to finish this at bat and then end the game because I need to leave. 1-5, a walk plus is a 1, so that will be a walk. So I'm going to pause this with the bases loaded and 1 out, and we'll come back and finish the game on another video and finish it, and I'll just tie the videos together to make it seamless, but we'll check out and see if Montgomery can keep going or not. So we'll stop it here and try later. All right, I am back. Apologize, that's the second time in a row I've had to stop the video before it was completed, and completed on a different day and merge them together. But life happens and you can't always control everything. Okay, so to refresh my memory, I mean, it's gonna be seamless to you all, but to me it's the next day. So to refresh my memory, Kyle Montgomery came into the game for the Cubs in the start the bottom of the 8th with an 8-0 lead. Gave a double to Dozier, a pinch hit single to Taylor, which drove in Dozier. Robles flied to center, but then Turner singled, which sent Taylor to second. Eaton singled, which scored Taylor and moved Turner to third. And then Rendon has just walked to load the bases with 1 out. Montgomery can face 6 batters. He has faced 6 right now, so he is tired. But they do have a lefty, Juan Soto, coming up, so they want Montgomery to pitch to Soto. But then the next batter, Suzuki, is right-handed. So Carl Edwards Jr. is going to be coming on to pitch after this Montgomery at bat. Unless, of course, Montgomery gets him to hit into a double play to end the inning, then, of course, it'll be the next inning when he comes out. But that's where we're standing right now. The current score is 8-2. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out. Nationals do have the bases loaded with Juan Soto at the plate. Montgomery is tired, but they're going to try to eke out 1 more at bat against the lefty-lefty matchup with Soto. All right, so now we're ready to go. Strategy roll because he does have a pickoff, but there's no 20. And here's Soto. One swing of the bat, and all of a sudden the Nationals are back in the game, but that's going to be hard to do. Soto doesn't hit a home run against lefties all that often. He's down to an 8 versus a 15 versus right-handers. So let's see what Montgomery does to Soto. 2-3, that's a possible error. So we'll go to Soto's card. And we get a 5-5, which is a fly to right field. The error is a 1. Hayward's a 3, but that's a 1, so that will be an error. The question is, will it be a 1-base error or a 2-base error? So it's a E9. And now we need to check some running ratings of the batters, of the base runners rather, to see who can score. Well, obviously, Turner will score from third base. That's pretty standard. Now, Adam Eaton runs at a 5, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, he runs at a 5. Hayward is a -1, makes him a 4. So 1 to 4, and Eaton will get that extra base. He does not. So it's just going to be a 1-base error because their base goes only 1 out, so they had to make sure the ball wasn't going to be caught. So Eaton will take third. Rendon will go to second. They're kind of playing runner safe because of the score. It's now 8-3. So Montgomery just totally crapped the bed, as some people like to say. It's one of the more interesting ways to describe it. But he will be coming out now because he just couldn't get the job done. Even with an 8-0 lead, he couldn't get it done. They're bringing in Carl Edwards Jr., who had been loosening in the bullpen. So on the computer, I need to go over here and type in the 1-base error on Hayward. And now we're going to bring in Carl Edwards Jr. to try to get out of this mess for the Cubs. They've already used Cishek 2 days in a row, so he's probably not available. So let's bring in Edwards and see what he can do. And, whoops, brought in the wrong position there. Don't want to do that. Let's try it again. Carl Edwards. And he bats in the number 5 position because they'd had a previous double switch. All right, so Edwards is on. He's pitched 6 innings, 1-0 with 1 save and an ERA of 0, even though it was awful in the season. And limited duty, he's done well for the Cubs, so they're going to try to see what he can do here. Bases are still loaded with 1 out. He does have a balk rating, so we'll roll and see if we get a balk. We do not. And now Kurt Suzuki is your batter with the bases loaded and 1 out. Infield still at standard double play depth. They'll give it the run to try to get 2 outs. Edwards 2-2. Range play at the ballpark, so we're going to Nationals Park. 5-6. That's a ground ball to short. Baez's range is a 4, but they're halfway, so he's really down to a 3. And he can't get it. It's going to get past him. That's a S6. So base hit for Suzuki will score Eaton. Now on an S6, to score from second on an S6, you need a base run rating of 3 or better. Rendon has a base running rating of 3, so he will score. So it's going to be a 2-run single. Soto's base running rating is a 3, but you need a 5, I believe it is, to get there. Yep, you need a 5 to get there, so he has to stop at second. But it's a 2-run single for Suzuki. So obviously, Carl Edwards couldn't get it done. All of a sudden, it's 8-5. And now Gerardo Parra is the batter. And Edwards will come out, and they're going to bring in Kyle Ryan, the lefty, to pitch to Parra. So Edwards faces 1 batter, gives up a hit, allowing 2 runs to score. And the run on first is his responsibility in Suzuki. So the Dodgers. The Cubs will now go to lefty Kyle Ryan to face left-hander Gerardo Parra. And on the bench, they have Sanchez and Gomes, 2 righties. But I don't think you're going to pinch hit for Parra. I think you're going to let Parra go. He is the baby shark after all. So Kyle Ryan will now be coming on to pitch. And for Ryan, he is 0-1 with a 4.41 ERA and no saves in the replay, 3.54 in real life. Sapara will be facing Ryan with runners on first and second and only one out. He does have some pickoff moves, so we'll roll a strategy. Nothing happening. Para, the lefty, against Ryan, the lefty. 5-5 strikeout chance, but 20 is too high. We go to Para. 6-1. That's a single to left field for Para. And again, they are still in runner safe mode because of the 8-5 score. So that's just, we're not even going to worry about trying to score or take a chance with it. They're runner safe. So the bases are now loaded and they're going to bat around. So the guy who led off the inning, Dozier, is going to get to bat again. So the Cubs bullpen doing their impression of the Nationals bullpen, as we're still in the 8th inning here. And now we're going to have Dozier, who's led off the inning with a double. He's going to come back up. Taylor, who pinch hit, can stay in the game and pinch hit twice. That's a possibility. That doesn't happen very often, does it? Montgomery, can we close the book on Montgomery? Yes. Montgomery has given up 3. Let's see, how many runs did he give up? 1, 2. He gave up 5 runs. Wow. All 5 runs are charged to Montgomery, and he only went a third of an inning. There's still only 1 out in the inning, and the bases are loaded. Tying run now is on base. The go-ahead run's actually at the plate. So Ryan, pickoff chance, nothing happening. Here is Ryan to Dozier. Infield still halfway. 4-4, he is not tired, so there's not going to be a single. So we go to Dozier. 5-3, and he's going to double again. How about that? His second double of the inning, and Dozier doubles. We'll see if that clears the bases. They are no longer in runner safe mode because of the score. So let's see what's going to happen. We know 2 runs are going to score right off the bat. Para runs at a 3. The double to right field, you lose 1, makes it a 2. Hayward's a -1, makes it a 1. Boy, do you send him or do you... I think, It doesn't make any sense to send him at this point. He's only going to be a 1. So they're actually going to hold him at third base. So a 2-run double for Dozier, and all of a sudden it's an 8-7 game. And Kyle Ryan wasn't the answer either. So now we got to bring Michael Taylor back. I'd put him away because he had used him to pinch hit, but he's actually going to pinch hit for the second time in the inning. And now Ryan's going to be lifted. He can't get the job done. He gives up 2 hits already. And now they're going to have to go to the bullpen again for Brad Brock as they try to find somebody. Actually, no, they're going to go to Kinsler. Kinsler's got the much better ERA. So Kinsler is going to come on. He will be the 4th pitcher for the Cubs this inning as the Nationals have scored 7. Unbelievable. I don't think I've ever had the Nationals or anybody score. Well, it's been a long time since I've had anybody score 7 in 1 inning. Certainly in this replay, I don't think it's happened. But that's the wackiness of inside pitch. So Kinsler is on. On the replay, Kinsler is 2-1, 2.33 ERA, and 3 saves. Runners are at second and third. The infield now for the Cubs has come in. They want to cut off the run. Parra is a 3 run rating. He drops to a 1 now with the infield in. Chance for a pickoff for Kinsler, so we'll roll for that. And nothing happened. Taylor now batting for the second time, pinch hitting for the second time. He's already singled in his pinch hitting performance his first time up. See what he does here against Kinsler. 6-3, and that's a blank against a right-hander, so Taylor will bat. 4-2, that's a star 4, which is a fly to left, so it could be a sacrifice fly. Now, he has a 0 sacrifice fly rating, so that can't work. But Parra is a 3. Schwarber is a 0. So 1-3, he makes it. And he does. Sacrifice fly by Michael Taylor has tied the game. That run is charged to Edwards. Actually, the last 3 runs are charged to Edwards, I believe. Let's see. When did Edwards come in? No, Edwards only faced 1 batter, so he got charged with the 1 run. Ryan gets charged with these other 2 runs. It's just a mess. But we are tied at 8 apiece, and I never thought that would happen. fact, full disclosure, when the score was 8-0 and that video had to cut off, I was honestly thinking, why don't I just play this game out and not worry about the video and just pick up the video in the next series? But kind of glad I stuck with it now. This is very interesting. It is now 8-8, and Robles is the batter with 2 outs. Oops, that's score Parra. My bad. He scored on the sacrifice fly. So it's 8-8, and Dozier still at second base with 2 down. So we'll roll for a pickoff for Kinsler. Nothing happening. So here's Kinsler to Robles. 3-5, and that is a strikeout chance because he's not tired yet, but 17 is too high. Go to Robles. 3-2, and that's a single past second base, and the Nationals are going to take the lead almost guaranteed on an S4. Dozier runs at a 5, plus there's 2 outs, makes him a 6, so he will score automatically. The Nationals have come all the way back and taken a 9-8 lead by scoring 9 runs here in the bottom of the 8th. And now Doolittle has gotten up for the Nationals in their bullpen to try to close it out. But they're still batting. Turner's up. Robles is at first. He can try to get a jump. His attempt is a 5. -1 from Kinsler is a 4. Nothing happening there. We're not having Turner bunt, obviously. So Kinsler to Turner. 6-6 is a range play. We go to Turner's card for a range play. 2-2. Question mark 8 against a right-hander, 1-13. That's a 17, so it's a fly to center, but it's a range check, and Almora is only a 2. So he's got to make this 1-2. He makes the catch. Anything else, it drops in. And he does make the catch to finally end the inning. But the Nationals send up 13 batters to the plate. They scored 9 runs. They were all earned on 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm sorry. There was an error there. My bad. They're not all earned. Because of the error, they were not all earned. Let's finish out the inning that I can figure out how many are earned and not earned. So Turner flies out to center to finish off the inning. And now Sean Doolittle will be coming on to try to secure a save. And who would have thunk that when it was 8-0? But it's 9-8. We'll go to our box score and see how many runs were earned and unearned. So let's see here. Actually, they're showing all 8 runs are earned. It's kind of weird. I don't know how that can be when there was an error on the play. That definitely doesn't make any sense to me. I'm looking at the Nationals. Never mind. On the Nationals, 6 of the runs were earned. So Montgomery gave up 6 runs instead of 5 runs, but only 5 were earned. Edwards gave up one run. It was earned. Ryan gave up 2 runs. Well, something's not adding up on the computer here. They're only showing 6 earned runs, but in the pitching line, they're showing 2. Well, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant at this point. The only thing that matters is we got a big 9 spot right there for the Nationals. And they're going to turn it over to Sean Doolittle to try to close the deal if possible. McGowan will finish the numbers on McGowan as he was pinch hit for. He went 1 inning, faced 4 batters, or he gave a walk, nothing else. He actually can be the winner in this game. But Doolittle is going to be coming on to try to get the save. And probably some pinch hitting going on for the Cubs because Descalso is going to lead it off. So they don't want to have Descalso leading it off. I'm sure there'll be a pinch hitter coming up. And it will be Addison Russell. So Addison Russell will pinch hit for Descalso. And we're going to have Bodie. Bodie's going to pinch hit for Hayward. So the 2 lefties, they're going to pinch hit for both lefties here in the top of the 9th. So Descalso and Hayward are out. Bodie and Russell are in, or Russell and Bodie are in that order. And remember, we had a double switch, so Caratini actually bats 9th. So we're not even close to the pitcher spot. So that's why they had the double switch. So that leaves Sagunas as the only pinch hitter on the bench for the Cubs. All right, for the Nationals, boy, it's just unbelievable that this happened. Talk about ninth inning magic. Talk about eighth inning. That's RJL's eighth inning magic just showed up for the Nationals on this one, scoring the 9 runs. That's just super crazy. All right, so Addison Russell is on as a pinch hitter for Descalso. So let's go into the computer and do that. First things first, Addison Russell is on to pinch hit for Descalso. All right, Russell's hitting .375, a homer and 7 runs driven in. For Doolittle on the replays, 2-2 with a 4.43 ERA. He does have 11 saves, so he's going for save number 12. He's got a 1-run lead to protect, and you know how the Nationals bullpen is, so there's still, even now, shakiness in the Nationals dugout with Martinez cringing to look. Here's Doolittle to Russell, 2-4, and that's going straight to the ballpark card, so we're going to Nationals Park for Addison Russell. 1-3, and it's a rare play. What do you know that? So got a blank, which means we go to the rare play book and replay baseball with the bases empty and no outs. So bases empty and nobody out. Roll the 2 D6s and add them up. We get a 10. So bases empty on the rare play chart. Bases empty, and we go to the number 10. So the number 10 and nobody out. It says ball 4 is in the dirt. Batter runs to first on the base on balls as ball gets away from the catcher. Roll 1 die against the pitcher's wild pitch rating. If die is higher, batter continues to second on the wild pitch. Okay, well, the only wild pitch rating that Doolittle has here is a 1-2, so we're going to roll for that. And he doesn't go past that. So it's just basically going to be a walk is what it's going to turn out to be. It's a leadoff walk for Addison Russell, and the tying run is now aboard. Russell does have an attempt of 1 on the strategy roll. And 3 is a hit and run, but I don't know if you want to hit and run with Bodie. He does strike out a lot. So you'd be playing dangerous to do a hit and run, but you know what? I think they might do it anyway. We're going to hit and run. They're going to hit and run with Bodie. See what happens. Stay out of the double play. 4-1 is a strikeout chance. 11 will get him. So it is a strikeout. And that means that Russell will have to attempt to steal. The good part about Russell, he's a 20. So pretty good chance he's going to make it. There's a +1 there, +2 there. So basically anything other than a 20 and he makes it. And he does. So Russell steals the base. Bodie does strike out as a pinch hitter. But Russell does steal second base. And he is now in scoring position for Almora. So Alberto Almora is on with the runner at Russell at second. And Russell's base running rating is a 4, so any base hit, he's liable to score to tie the game. We shall see. No strategy roll here. We're not having him try to steal third or anything like that. Doolittle to Almora. 3-3 is a walk plus to a right-hander. That's a 9. He will walk. So second walk issued by Doolittle, and now the go-ahead run is on first base. Runners are at first and second with 1 out for Victor Caratini. His first at bat since coming in on the double switch. See what happens. Doolittle, 6-4 is a strikeout plus, and he got him. That's 2 down. So Doolittle 1 out away from closing a very improbable Washington Nationals win. But Schwarber's a tough customer, and we are talking the Nationals bullpen after all. All right, Doolittle to Schwarber. 6-3 is a strikeout plus, and he got him. The ball game is over, so Doolittle strikes out the side after giving up a couple of walks. So a very much a Don Stanhouse-like outing with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts, but no hits or runs. As the Cubs leave 2 on, and the Nationals win a very improbable game by the score of 9-8, scoring 9 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Unbelievable. We'll do the numbers. For the Nationals, 9 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. They left on 4. And here comes a big problem for the Cubs. 8 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. They left on 11. So the left on base really, I mean, that one inning in particular, they left 3 on base in the 5th. And I said that might come back to bite them. But of course, they went on to score 5 runs the next inning. I figured it didn't matter. But turns out it did matter. So winning pitcher is McGowan. He's 1-0. The loss rather is going to go to Ryan. He is 0-2. Although all the bullpen pitchers for the Cubs really crap the bed, as they say. Hendricks pitched wonderful. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, shutout. And with an 8-0 lead, you figure it was safe to pull him. But think again. Doolittle records save number 12 on the season. Nationals with the huge comeback win, and that gets their road trip up to New York off to a good start. Instead of getting swept out at home, they do salvage the 3rd game based on this incredible comeback. Nationals are now 27-19. They have a 3-game lead on the Mets heading into this 4-game set in New York. So the big game is coming up in New York. It'll be a 4-game set, and it'll be Patrick Corbin against Wilmer Font in game 1. So 9-8 the final. Cubs blow it, I should say. Nationals win it with 9 runs. Unbelievable. I don't even know what to say about it, except it's just crazy. Just crazy. That's the only thing I can say about it, is crazy. So now I'm glad I did finish it, because if I didn't do this on the video, you wouldn't believe it happened. But it did, and there it is. And I'll put this video together and put it out there and think back on it. It'll take a few days for me to upload it, because I want to space some things out and get other games in front of it. There's a game already played on here that I have not uploaded yet, so I want to get that all squared away. So, you know, it's just the way it is. But it's just totally wild, and I don't know what else to say about it. There's nothing else to say about it. It's just crazy. That's all I can say. Just crazy. Almost sound like Jack Buck. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. But this is just crazy, folks. Just crazy. So that's going to do it from here. Hope you enjoyed that fiasco. Until next time, we'll be in Citi Field for the first of 4 between the Nationals and the Mets. Patrick Corbin against Wilmer Font. And the Mets have had some player transactions to talk about, so I'll be bringing those up before the game starts, namely Michael Conforto on the injured list. And they're going to have Carlos Gomez playing right field for him in that game. Plus, there's probably some changes to the bullpen and so forth. Same with the Nationals. They got some guys meandering around as well. So I'll give all that update before the series starts. Till next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play.